up, magical people? Welcome back to Your Most Magical Life. I'm Mia Magic, and today we're talking about the new year, new moon. I very rarely fuck things up like this, but I completely spaced mentioning that the new moon is on January 2nd in my New Year's video, so you can catch that. It's a really powerful ritual to amplify your new year, make it the most powerful, and for me has been really helpful in attracting all of my dreams. So it's very different than utilizing New Year's resolutions. It's about, this is what I'm calling in for my whole year, as opposed to like something that I'm gonna do just for the first month. So make sure you go check that out. It's an amazing ritual to do for the new year. And really at any time, if you wanna manifest something, it's super powerful. And of course, I will be leading a ritual on January 2nd at 5 p.m. PST. All of you who are in Europe and Australia and the time zone's a little off, don't worry, you'll get the replay so you can do the ritual as soon as it works for you. You'll get it within a few hours, and it's gonna be super powerful and we're gonna amp it all up. So make sure you come and join me for that first new moon ritual of the year. We're really gonna set the tone because this new moon comes in the sign of Capricorn. So I wanted to give you guys a quick download about the new moon and how you can utilize Augury, which is the ritual that I shared in my New Year's video. So we're moving into this powerful new year, this portal of time. And of course, it's just a few days after the solstice. So we still really are in the New Year's energy cosmologically, even though we're utilizing the Gregorian calendar and it's not exactly the new year the way that the solstice is. But as I mentioned, it's a portal where everyone, every hour on the hour across the entire world, everyone's screaming Happy New Year and getting all excited. And so that is a portal that we're entering into and is a really powerful tool for your manifestations. So Capricorn is the sign of our mission. It's the 10th house in astrology. And when you think about the numerology, again, we're in 2022. So the 2 is the balance. It's the harmony. It's polarity, but it's about the yin and the yang. It's separating from that infinite, eternal all or oneness into the somethingness. And so for me, it's my goddess number. It means to me that she's there, she's with me, she's supporting me, she's helping me take that step, be in balance. And so the one is the all, right? It's the oneness. It's about that first step forward, taking that visionary, confident action into the new or next chapter of your life. And so this new moon is in the sign of Capricorn. It is the sign of our mission. And when you think about the houses in astrology, the first house or the first sign is Aries. So that's the one. That's that visionary step forward. That's why we think of Aries as the warrior. That's the archetype of it. It's that willingness to be courageous, to be the visionary, to be confident and step forward and take that first leap into the next chapter of your life. And speaking of which, like, I'm in my guest house today because I wanted to like switch up the energy and film somewhere a little bit different today. And so there's so much that we can bring to this new year in terms of that new energy, right? Like taking a new step forward. And Capricorn is the 10th sign. So we've gone through the whole cycle, 1 through 9, and gone back to 1 again, right? Because 1 plus 0 is 1. So this Capricorn energy, where we begin our year every year, technically the solstice is on the first day of Capricorn, generally if it's on the 21st. So we are moving into taking this gallant, brave step into our new lives or our new chapter, or really just into a new version or a new iteration of ourselves in service to our mission. Now, Capricorn is represented by the Myrrh goat, which I know is kind of unusual, like how can a goat and a fish have a baby? But this is a symbol and a mythical creature that has been present like back to Sumerian golden coins, like very, very far back. This particular being has been represented in mythological culture. What I like to think of it as is that the goat is sure-footed, right? You see mountain goats. I've like been in mountains and places where these goats are hanging out on the sides of cliffs and you're like, how the fuck did those little hooves get you up there? Like, what are you doing? It's like, they don't even have toes to grip. Like, it's just these two little hooves, you know, they're like little bones. Anyways, goats blow my mind. They are a sign of sure-footedness. And Capricorn is all about moving up the mountain, taking small steps, not necessarily big leaps, not necessarily anything drastic or crazy, but small steps up the mountain in order to achieve your goals or actualize your visions or manifest your mission. So the thing that's really a beautiful opportunity for us all to be working on and looking at in this new year is that Mission doesn't necessarily have to be about career. Your mission is your sole assignment on this planet. So that could be to be the most amazing mother and raise the kind of child that is going to be a world changer, a new world leader, or a healer, right? It's not necessarily about like, oh, we've got to all like birth the avatar of Jesus. But if your mission is to be the most incredible, supportive, nourishing, nurturing mother, that energy ripples out into the frequency or the vibration of motherhood, no matter what. The same as someone who is really willing to honor the earth and like go fully plastic free and not subscribe to the ways that we've been programmed to think we have to be, or the things we need or have to buy in order to operate and exist in modern culture. Someone doing that, someone taking that step, someone setting that example ripples out, and then other people who come into contact with them are able to really see and be inspired by their way of being. So companies like Zero Grocery, this is not a sponsored thing, but I'm obsessed with Zero Grocery. I order all my groceries from Zero Grocery. It's a plastic-free, amazing delivery system, and all the things that I would get from the farmer's market that I don't buy because they come in plastic when I go to the farmer's market. But when I buy them from Zero Waste, they are in glass. It's amazing. They take all the glass back. Again, this is not sponsored, but this is just a thing that I'm really passionate about, right? Because the more of us that take this mission on and say, I'm going to be in service to the earth, I'm going to be in a deep devotional commitment to the planet, and let her know, like send my ripples of vibration out to let her know that I care about her. I care for her. I don't believe that we should be using plastics. I mean, they come from petroleum. It's like plastics are one of the worst inventions of all time. Like, sure, they've done some things I'm sure that are great, bless them. But petroleum-based plastic products that will never disintegrate, right? Like maybe in thousands of years they'll disintegrate. That can be your mission. It doesn't matter what your mission is. It doesn't mean you have to be on social media or have a big audience or have a following or like even have to share. You don't even have to talk. You don't have to say anything. You can be an embodiment of your mission. And that's really what Capricorn is all about. It's what is the mountain that you are meant to climb in your life? What is the height or the climax or the peak or the pinnacle of your life's expression that you know in your soul you are here to achieve or accomplish? So this is going to be a really powerful opportunity for all of us to sort of interweave this augury, which, as I shared in my last video, is all about utilizing your day or the first day of the year to embody and actualize everything that you want to call in for the entire year. It's really, really deeply tied to utilizing the new moon in Capricorn the next day to figure out how we are meant to embody that mission, be a vessel for our soul's assignment, whatever it is, like the most amazing friend, an incredible business person, a social media personality, a farmer, like one of my dearest friends, Sycamore, who I'm really trying to get Sky to do a video with because he is so amazing. He knows how to tend to the earth. He knows how to communicate with the earth. And that is magic that has been lost. Now, there's indigenous wisdom. There are indigenous peoples that still know how to connect with the earth and live in harmony with it. And there's this modern movement of permaculture where we can create something beautiful and something synergistic and use more modern techniques of agriculture, right, as opposed to just foraging or hunting and gathering, and really create harmony between modern systems, or, it's not technology, but like agriculture is sort of like a technology, right? It's not how we think of it. It's not machination, but it is manipulation of the earth, right? We're not just letting it do its own thing, but we're doing it in a way that the plants are allowed to thrive with one another and they allow us to thrive. And so then we work together with the plants to be in a state of thriving. And so everyone's mission is going to be unique. What mountain you are meant to climb is going to be your own. And we have that sure-footed energy of the Capricorn, of the goat. And then the other half of the Capricorn being is a sea creature. It has the tail of a fish. And it's about going with the flow. And most fish operate in schools, right? In herds, in groups, and they feel one another, right? They have that thing called the swim bladder that is sort of like, it's not like gravity, but it allows them to feel as the water presses against them from the movement of another. That's how they move together, and they operate in this harmonious, beautiful, I'm sure you've all seen Planet Earth and like how schools of fish move together. It's incredibly magical. And so there's this opportunity for us as we're climbing the mountain, as we're achieving our mission, to be moving in harmony and in synergy and in connection with everyone around us, to go with the flow. That's why Capricorn is not obsessed with these like, okay, running giant leap, like, pff, every Capricorn that at least for me, I got one, my friend Shay, goddess bless her, like she's one of those ones that will kind of take the giant leap and sees everything as a quantum opportunity. But every Capricorn that I know is very calculated, thinks things through, is very clear about, okay, these are the steps I want to take. And then if, it's one of those things where like you make a plan and God laughs, they just can kind of, okay, well, let's just readjust. It's like if you come to an impasse in a trail while you're climbing up the mountain, some boulder has fallen down or some tree has fallen, maybe you can't climb over it. I tend to usually climb over it or crawl under it, but maybe you need to divert your trail and find a different way. Maybe you've got to climb up and around, and that's very Capricornian of, okay, well, this isn't working right now, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to turn back. I'm going to keep climbing up the mountain. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to find a new way, which is very much like what water does, right? If we put a halt on water, that's why that famous Bruce Lee quote is like, be like water, because it moves around its obstacles. It's going to find a way through. It's going to flow, right? That's why dams are so just horrific to our planet, because they're stopping the flow of water, which is what water is meant to do. It's what it's designed to do. And that's why we have so much trouble and sickness in our rivers and in our water systems, because humans are doing horrible things. But again, neither here nor there. Let's not get too off topic. She's very obsessed with the earth, but that is part of Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign. Of course, Taurus is the more like deeply reverent Venusian earth sign, but Capricorn loves the earth and wants to be connected to it and utilize this climbing as a support to the planet. That's a big piece, right? If you truly are on a mission, right? Like I'm on a mission. Y'all know I'm sitting here, you see me, I want to help awaken and heal humanity. Really, because I want to live in a magical world. I believe that Harry Potter is not just a fairy tale. I know in my heart and soul, because I have experienced it in my life many times, that there is a wizarding world beyond the veil. That when you cross through that platform at 9 3/4, there is another world on the other side. And I desire to live in that world in a way that is harmonious with my entire species. I don't really want there to be this like separation between muggles and wizards. I want everyone to be in their magical power, or at the very least, like look at the squibs, right? There's people who are non-magical, but they still get to operate with us. They still get to experience magic and be part of the tribe, part of the group, part of the community. And that's what feels really important to me and feels totally possible if we all just remember. So that's my mission. Now, I'm doing this in a particular way, right? Some people have that same mission or a similar mission, and they're not making YouTube videos. They don't have a social media presence. They do retreats and they teach mystery schools, or they have, some kind of center where people come and visit them. And, like the Dalai Lama. I don't know, maybe the Dalai Lama makes YouTube videos, but I haven't seen them. There are so many different ways that we can achieve this same mission. And, that's a really big piece that I just always want to drive home. We talked about this in our Witch School call yesterday, that when you get to an ocean or you're climbing a mountain, it's very, very rare that there's going to be one path. It's very rare. If you get to a coastline, and you're looking out on the Great Pacific Ocean, the largest body of water on the planet, there's not one path to get there. There's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, right? Like you could go here, 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 just in like 2 feet. There's all those different paths. You might see something different even 2 feet away, right? Like maybe you stumble upon something and like it's a treasure chest underneath your foot. Who knows? But it's very important to recognize that there are an endless number of paths up the mountain, even if you're climbing the same mountain as other people. Your path is unique. And so for this new moon, obviously, again, we're going to be doing a ritual. So if you'd like to join me for this ritual, it's going to be super potent. I'm very excited about it. And if you just want to be doing something at home, I highly recommend you watch my New Year's video on Augury, because that is really powerful. And the more days you do that, the more impactful and more powerful it's going to be. Like if you did Augury every day for the first week of January, you better believe your year is going to be super powered and amplified. That's what I'm going to be doing. And so for this new moon, the most important thing to do is get clear about what your mission is. What is the soul assignment that, from my perspective, I knew what I was meant to do from the moment I emerged. When I got here, did people make fun of me? Was I bullied and tortured and tormented and absolutely made fun of? And like people just hated me and were so mean to me, beat me up, like poured burritos into my school book bag. Like I had all the stuff. It was horrible. And I forgot about my dreams, or I didn't forget about them. That's for sure. I never forgot about them. I just brushed them under the rug. I just told myself, if I want to achieve this, if I want to make this happen, I'll be rejected. No one will like me. I'll be a total fucking loser, obviously, because that's what everyone calls me anyways. I got, it was like Jelly Roll and Jigglypuff and all these horrible names. I was chubby, so, it happens. And God has blessed those people, because that now I am more committed to my goals, to my mission than I've ever been before. I know that that's why I'm here, because I fell away from it. I like toppled down the mountain and I had to start back at square one. That sucked. That was horrible, but it motivated me. It was like, wow, after that huge fall, now I know even more deeply that I'm meant to reach the top of this mountain. I'm meant to climb to the highest peak of my mission. What I really, really want you to all just think about is, what did that little boy or girl or young person in you, when you came out, when you had big dreams, what were they? And maybe some of us, it's like, oh, I wanted to be an astronaut. Okay, well, if there's no possibility of you being an astronaut now, which is totally fine, what was the energy? What was the tone or the texture or the flavor of being an astronaut? Was that, an expansive worldview? Was it about being of service to humanity? Was it about, seeing something bigger and greater than just this normal life? It doesn't matter what the intention was, but even if you can't actualize that same goal or that thing that you desired from your childhood now, you can still feel into what the energy of it was or what the intention behind it was, and you can achieve that now. You can make that happen now. You might just do it in a different way. Again, it's the same mountain, just a different path. So what I really recommend for if you're going to be doing a solo or a solitary ritual is to figure out what your mission is on this planet. Who are you meant to be? What was your soul assignment? If you flash forward to your deathbed and you are looking back on your life, what's going to be the 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 things that if you haven't achieved, you will feel like you were defeated, like you didn't do what you came here to do? And it does not matter how old you are. I always think about like Morgan Freeman, I'm pretty sure was 56 when he started acting. 56 years old. I mean, I think he's won Oscars, like he's been in so many of all of our favorite movies. Like we all know who he is. He's narrated like some of our favorite nature shows. I mean, like he's amazing, and he didn't even get started until 56 years old. That is incredible. So there's no too lateness. I saw this 103-year-old lady who ran a marathon the other day. Like it's never too late. It's never ever too late. As long as you're still breathing, as long as you're still alive, as long as you have the willingness, as long as you are open to the possibility that you could achieve whatever it is that you desire, you can. So utilizing this energy and really thinking about the numerology of it too. 1, January, right? The beginning, that first step. 2, when the first step becomes something, when it manifests, like what do you want to do in that energy? And then we add all those 2s up, 2, 0, 2, 2, right? Those 2s become 6. And that's about creativity. That's about aesthetics. Like, how does it look? And so when you think about all of these different pieces together, Capricorn is the earth sign. That represents our body, our career, our finances, our home, our physical experience, all of our relationships. So you really tune in to, okay, how am I climbing this mountain, or how am I achieving my mission in all of those ways? With my finances, with my relationships, in my physical body, how am I taking care of myself, with my career? What does it all feel like? It's all part of your mission, because your mission is your life and you being here on this planet. And then tuning in with, okay, my creativity. How am I creating? How am I creating my life? Am I feeling creative? Even if your career is not necessarily creative, you can still be making beautiful art as long as that makes you feel alive. It can be singing, painting, pottery, drumming, like it doesn't matter. You can do it however you want. And so the thing that I just think is most important for all of us, and the most impactful thing you could be doing for this new moon, is figuring out what is the soul assignment that you maybe haven't worked towards yet, or that you've been working towards, but there's just like new steps that need to be taken. And remember, it's small steps. It's not big leaps. And so on that day, on the 2nd, January 2nd, and in the whole portal, right? Like if you watch this video a week later, you can still do this. It's never too late. Again, it's never too late. It's like the Morgan Freeman theory. It's never too late. You can do whatever it takes to make 1 or 2 or 3 simple steps towards the actualization of your mission, towards the achievement of your goals, towards the manifestation of your divinely designed destiny. That's what our dreams are. They are our destiny. That's why we come in with those dreams. Now, lots of people will shut them down and try and shut you up. Fuck those people. I mean, bless them, kind of, but like, fuck them. They're just afraid of their own dreams. Somebody else made them shove their dreams under the rug. So those people are not who we listen to. People who tell you you can't, that's not how you listen to. Find out who the voice of doubt is. Maybe it's, a preacher from when you were a child. Maybe it's the kids. Like for me, it's like the kids in 6th grade that just bullied me and who, told me my dreams were stupid. That's whose voice I hear when I doubt myself. Is like, oh, if I'm too successful, everyone's going to hate me. Everyone's going to reject me. People are going to resent me. Like even on YouTube, I get all these comments about like how expensive my courses are. You know how much money I've spent on investing in my education, in myself, in my healing? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. I would be a millionaire if I hadn't spent money on myself and my healing. I really would. I mean, I'm about to be anyways, but because I think that those investments are worth it. But we have to invest in ourselves because we are showing the universe, I value myself this much. So that is a huge thing that I really recommend also for the new year and for Augury, is investing in yourself in some way, whether it's with a coach or a therapist or some kind of new program, some kind of healing. I have a sale for Witch School going on January 1st, a 24-hour sale where it's going to be only $222. So if that's what you would like to do to invest in yourself, I highly recommend it. It's a super magical program and really fun. Witchy Rich also will be on sale. All of my programs, just to give you guys a little amp up in the new year. And so if you can choose to invest in yourself and show your mission, hey, I'm willing to believe that when I put this money towards myself, whether again, it's with a coach or a course or however it's something for your business, whatever you want to do, whatever's right for you, you're showing the universe, I value myself this much. I believe I am worthy of this. I believe that as I take this step forward, that then that energy, that investment will be returned to me. I will receive that reciprocal energy back. And that is an incredibly powerful way to show your mission. Hey, I'm here for this. I'm ready. I want to step forward. I got this. I believe in you. I believe in me. And that's one of the huge things that I always say about money, is that you are a reflection. It's really just, if everything is one anyways, any money that you spend, you're spending on yourself. You're saying like, okay, here, I'm sending this money out, but like if everything's one, like it's actually just me. I'm paying myself, right? So I know that's a little bit crazy, but I always assign Busting Loose from the Money Game. Please read that book if you are having any financial struggles. It is I think it's the best book on money ever written. It's magnificent. Don't judge it by its cover. It's the worst cover ever, but the book is the best. So again, all you want to do for this Capricorn new moon is get clear on your mission and take 3 to 5 steps. Again, Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac. And so if you want to take 10 steps, great. Or what you could do that would be super powerful is like plan out the next 10 steps. What would be 10 steps that you could take that will move you in the direction of your mission, that will help you climb that mountain? Because that is going to be the most powerful way to plant the seeds. New moons are about planting seeds, setting intentions, and because Capricorn is about the earth, it's about your embodiment of it. And now fire signs are about action, so it's like not necessarily about taking action, but it's about being aware of what those steps are. And because Capricorn takes the small steps every day, if you did one thing every day for the first 10 days of January or for the first 30 days of January, you would be exponentially closer to the actualization of your mission than you were on December 31st. So I hope that this video has served and supported you. I am super excited to do some New Year's visioning and new moon ritualizing with all of you again at 5 p.m. PST on the 2nd. Thank you guys so much. I really just appreciate you so deeply. Thank you for helping me actualize my mission by being here and watching these videos. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I am Mia Magic. Happy New Year, happy new moon, and welcome to your most magical life.